Gibraltar, off the coast of southern Spain. Two friends are filming on action cameras as they enjoy a sunrise tour of the coast on their paddleboards. They drift close to caves below a towering cliff face, but the stunning scenery carries hidden dangers. Customs Officer Charles, Charlie to his friends, lives and works in the British Overseas Territory of Gibraltar, commonly known as the Rock. Charlie's family have lived here for generations.
Growing up in Gibraltar, it's one of these places where communities, family orientated. It's a mixture of British and also the Mediterraneans, and everybody just live, you know, together.
Growing up surrounded by the sea, Charlie developed an early passion for water sports.
We've always been going to the beach as a kid and used to get on the lilas and surf little waves. But it wasn't until we had a holiday and we actually went to Hawaii that I saw surfing. I'd seen it on TV, but when I saw it live, I was like, oh, gotta do that, gotta do that.
More recently, he's developed an interest in the less adrenaline-fueled version, stand-up paddleboarding, or SUP for short. It involves standing on a large board and using a paddle to propel yourself through the water.
It took me about a few hours to get the hang of it, and then I was just hooked.
The sport can still involve surfing, but it's best suited to exploring on the water.
We're blessed in Gibraltar to be surrounded by seas, beautiful scenery, and nature, because what you see out there sometimes just is gobsmacking. Loads of dolphins, different types, common, spotted, stripes, turtles, jellyfish, all kinds. I've literally had tuna jump in front of me, chasing flying fish.
Oh my God!
It's the sense of calmness I get from being out in the water. When you get a nice breeze and you smell the ocean, it's like, wow. Whatever troubles you've had during the week, go out on the weekend, just forget about it and just enjoy it.
It's an activity best appreciated with friends, and Charlie is now part of the local paddleboarding community. And he's also reconnected with an old pal from his childhood, Alex.
Our families have known each other for a very, very long time because my father and his father used to work for Shell. So that's how we know each other.
I've known him all my life, but we've never really been mates until, you know, I started paddleboarding. That looks like George. We spend half our lives at the beach and in the water. He teaches me a lot of stuff, so he's a good lad.
He's a chilled out guy, just loves, you know, being out at sea, and we have a good banter.
They enjoy the fun, but they're also conscious of keeping each other safe when out on the water. Despite the relaxed nature of paddleboarding, there are inherent dangers.
Safety-wise, you've got to be knowledgeable about the area you're going to paddleboard. Of course, that's first currents, winds, etc. But never go out alone. Always wear a leash, because the leash attaches to your board, and that's your main buoyancy aids.
We always take snacks, water, telephone, just in case we need to call the emergency services. So yeah, safety-wise, we are very safety conscious.
But one winter's morning, a relaxed paddleboard together comes to a sudden end when a freak accident almost cost Charlie his life. It's a cool and clear Saturday morning in January. Charlie is up at 6:30 preparing for a sunrise paddle, following a text the night before from Alex.
I was tired and I thought, do I really want to go out? But, you know, you always got that bug saying, go on, get out, you know, get out there, you know you want to do it, you know you want to do it, so I just gave in.
He kits up and sets off on his scooter to Sandy Bay on the east side of Gibraltar.
The first light was coming up. It was about 11 degrees, I would say. It's a lovely, calm day.
His paddleboard is already in a lockup at the beach.
Get the board out, get my gear, make sure everything is tight, the fins are tight, leashes are okay. Prepare my camera. We just went.
At the same time, Alex launches off from his local beach, Catalan Bay, a kilometre along the coast.
When I got to Sandy Bay, I saw that Charlie was already on the water, so as I was coming round the groin, he was paddling out.
He's more eager than me most of the time. He's like a little child when it comes down to it, but here we all are. When we're out in the water, we're just that inner child just comes out and we just want to have a good time.
Charlie takes this photo using his action camera attached to the pole of his paddle. Then they head off, paddling east along the coast. They planned the trip to coincide with the tide.
So as we were paddling that way, we were paddling against the tide. So that means that once we get to our destination, we turn around and we come back. The tide helps you come back, and we paddle towards the caves just adjacent to the cliff face.
Sun rays were just hitting you, and I was warming up, and we were taking photos of some of the little sea caves around that area. You see the sheer cliffs and actually the top of the southern end of the rock. And it's a heck of a sight. I never get tired of it.
This is Charlie's footage of those moments as Alex glides past him under the overhanging cliffs. Moments later, he hears a shout from Alex.
That day, we had the crag martins migrating, and all of a sudden Alex says, "Oh, no, no."
And one of these birds flew over us, stopped flying, poof, and landed in the water in front of us.
Get it before it drowns. There you go. Need to let it rest. Get out. So Alex actually got the bird on his board.
Paddled to the rocks and dropped it off in the rocks so it could dry out and fly off again.
Should be all right.
Bit of a weird start of the day, actually.